Today, we're digging into something that's about to completely reshape our cities and skylines. We're talking about the future of construction.
I mean, we've all seen it, right? The blocked off streets, the nonstop noise, those projects that just seem to drag on forever. And it makes you wonder, in an age where we have all this incredible technology, why does building things still feel so, well, inefficient?
If you really think about it, the basic process has been the same for a super long time. You bring a bunch of materials to a site, and piece by piece, you build something from the ground up, usually out in the open, battling the weather. Now, that method has served us, for sure, but it also comes with all these built-in delays, a ton of waste, and results that can be pretty inconsistent. But all of that is starting to change. There's a huge shift happening right now, one that's moving construction away from the chaos of the building site and into the super-controlled environment of a factory. And honestly, it's nothing short of a revolution. And that brings us to our first big idea, this factory revolution that's totally transforming the construction industry. So the key idea here is something called modular construction. What is that exactly? Well, it's a process where huge parts of a building, we're talking entire rooms or whole sections called modules, are actually built inside a factory. Then, these standardized units get shipped to the final location and assembled. So think of it less like building with individual bricks and more like putting together high-tech, giant building blocks. And this is where the magic really happens. Instead of a messy, weather-dependent construction site, most of the hard work is done on a clean, controlled factory floor. It's basically an assembly line, but for buildings, bringing all the precision of modern manufacturing into the construction world. The result is these incredible modules, built to pinpoint specifications, often with the wiring, the plumbing, and even the finishes already installed. They show up on site, totally ready to be assembled, which makes the final build a much, much faster and more precise operation. Okay, so what are the real-world benefits of doing things this way? That leads us right into our next section, why this method is faster, smarter, and yeah, a whole lot greener. Let's just start with the most dramatic advantage, speed. We're talking about projects being completed up to 50% faster. How is that even possible? Well, it's because you can do two things at once. The site preparation can be happening at the exact same time the modules are being built in the factory. It's a parallel process, not a step-by-step one. Let's put these two methods head to head. Traditional construction, it's slow and totally at the mercy of the weather. Modular, so much faster. Traditional methods, they create mountains of material waste on site. The factory process, on the other hand, optimizes every little piece of material, cutting that waste down dramatically. And here's the big one, quality. On a factory floor, quality control is incredibly consistent, way more than it could ever be on an open building site. But this is way more than just a new technique. It really represents a whole new philosophy for how we even think about the act of building itself. This new philosophy is really built on three core principles. First up is clarity. When you have standardized processes, there's no guesswork. Everyone knows exactly what's going on. Second is efficiency. A streamlined factory workflow just cuts down timelines without cutting corners. And third is action. This isn't just a cool theory. It offers scalable, real-world solutions for our most urgent building needs. And this philosophy connects directly to one of the biggest challenges we're all facing today, sustainability. Modular isn't just about building faster. It's about building in a way that's genuinely better for the planet and creates structures that are meant to last. So let's break down that greener footprint. We've already talked about the huge reduction in material waste, but beyond that, these modules can be designed from the get-go to easily integrate things like solar panels. And because they're built with such high-quality control, the final buildings are just plain tougher, more resilient, and built to stand up to environmental challenges for generations. And that brings us to our final section. We've seen what modular is and why it's such a better approach. So what does this all mean for the road ahead? Well, it looks like the future won't be constructed, it's going to be assembled. For the leaders in the industry, the path forward is actually pretty clear. It all starts with embracing this innovation and really leveraging the technology behind industrialized construction. The goal is always to build faster, smarter, and greener. And crucially, this isn't something that can be done alone. It's going to take stronger partnerships across the whole industry, even across borders. And this right here, this is the vision. This isn't just about one or two cool-looking buildings. It's about kicking off a whole new era for our cities and towns, creating places that are built more efficiently, more sustainably, and are just more resilient for whatever the future holds. If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that the move to modular isn't just a small tweak. It's a fundamental shift in how we think, a totally new paradigm for how we create the world we're all going to live in tomorrow. So, this transformation is already happening. The technology is here, the philosophy is solid, and the benefits are undeniable. The future of construction is modular. The only real question left is how fast are we going to build it?